You know, my mom died when I was 13. I don't really talk about her very often. Um, she's a really great woman. And the older I get, I realize I'm just like her. Except I'm not a woman. Everything else, the people I have around me, um, the good people. I got some good people around me. Let me tell you something. I was raised in Black Judaism. I show she, Church of God of Christ. But I think she was going to become a Christian because I know she had Christian friends. I know she used to go to Christian Bible study on the weekends. I think she was just trying to say for my grandfather, who was getting older. My grandma had died when I was 10. She kept talking about she's going to get an Odyssey van. She want to get a van. It's crazy that she was going to get a Honda, and I ended up getting a Honda Civic. I don't know. My mother, she used to send me off to my godparents during the winter break, spring break, all that. Especially winter break, Christmas and all that. I'm going to tell you something. People think I'm a conspiracy theorist. My mother never put no propaganda bullshit as far as Christmas in front of me. Even when she took me to Bible study and she had Christian friends, none of that shit. None of that shit. That never happened. She's very clear with me that, I love you. That's why I'm buying you this, And it wasn't no crazy stuff. She bought me a Nintendo 64 when I was like 11 or 12. 64 came out in 96. So, I thought it was cool. I was playing Star Fox and GoldenEye and, yeah, playing all that stuff. Mother sent me off to my godparents 2003, and she would normally talk to my grandfather every day. She'd bring him toilet paper and little things to help him out, and he didn't talk to her for a minute, and he came over one day and the light was on, couldn't get in the house, so he called the police. They made entry and they found her. She had rolled out of the bed. She had a stroke. We don't really know how long she had been there. I remember my grandfather calling me. I remember not so much the words, but the way he talked. Because I never seen him cry. Even when my grandma died, I never saw him cry. My grandmother had kidney problems. She had been in a lot of pain for a very long time. We used to have to go to dialysis and stuff. So maybe in his mind, she already had been dead for a while. Took care of her. But anyway, when they take me back down to Charlotte, my grandfather didn't tell me what was wrong with her, or maybe he didn't know. I just cried and cried and cried and cried and cried and cried. I cried so much, my head hurt. I cried till I couldn't cry. I don't know how I knew. I knew she was dead. And somebody told me that I kept saying she's gone when I came in. I see her on the ventilator and the breathing and all that stuff. There's conversations I wish I had with my mom. I made some mistakes, fucking with Veronica and being around some ghetto-ass trash. But I'm the man God made me to be, and I'm on track, and I know who I am and what I am. And it's just conversation I wish I could have had with my mom. I mean, I said before, if mom had lived, I'd been just like, what's the dude that worked for Trump, the black guy, the neurosurgeon? I'd be just like him, Ben Carson. I hated black people because I had been bullied, and I had money. My mom had money, excuse me. And I hated black people because I was picked on. I was bullied. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know about house music. I didn't know about trash music. I didn't know anything. I hadn't really traveled over the country. I didn't know anything. And, you realize that's the South. A lot of these black people down here still have that slave mentality. Oh, yeah. It's real, man. It's real. It's real. You have a lot of that. That slave mentality is still here. Yeah. These white folks, they like that shit. Oh, yeah. Just like my mom. Just like her. She used to read Science of Mind. And she had a lot of these little books. And I didn't really get into that then. And I'm a left-hand person. Which is weird because Science of Mind is mysticism. She had a copy of, what's that, Dwayne Dyer, the Red Purple Book or whatever it's called. Like some of that Oprah type stuff. The Oprah was in Oprah type mysticism. She was into that. We never talked about it. But if you know anything about me, you know that I'm into that, meditation and stuff like that. I'm a big spiritual person, big time. I might talk about that one day. Down Scopus discussion. I was like my mom. I'm just like her. And I'm not going to talk about all the ways we have things in common, but it's like her. The healthy stuff. That's why sometimes it hurts me because I wish that I was going to live in the same world she come to age in. I'm not. This world is a lot more fucked up, a lot more disrupted, and a lot more destroyed. It's crumbling. It's deteriorating. It's only going to continue. I don't know what I was thinking earlier. I don't know why I was thinking about how my mom, when my mom passed. I used to stay up late at night and watch Adult Swim. And not the shit now, it's stoner shit. It's like anything, stuff is like pure, and over time it becomes like stoner trash and shit. Adult Swim was like Inuyasha and what else they have on there? Inuyasha, Big O, that kind of stuff. That era, 2003, 2002, that was a very special time. Now it's just stoner trash. I don't know. They got in there and they tore it up, destroyed it. But it was kind of pure. It was kind of special. It was kind of unique. I used to stay up late and watch that. I got in trouble a couple times doing that. I guess I'm still kind of that kid staying up late. I'm still that kid. I'm still playing games and stuff. My mom died. We took everything of hers out of the house. The church that we went to, they have people called sister elders. Sister elder is basically, this will be a female minister in Church of Jesus Christ. Should be no female ministers at that time. I don't know how it is now. So they're sister elders who were like female ministers. They could still get up there and preach. They could do sermons. They could do prayers. They could do, serious impact, but they weren't ministers. And she had, they have the crown and have a rosette, and the crown would be different colors. The crown might be things like blue and brown or something. They got different unique colors, unique pins and signs. I kept her crown and I put it in a box. I don't know why that came to me earlier. I kept it. We kept it. I only told one other person this. That's the dude used to hang out with, Scott. The Native American guy. We kept everything that she had. Like the sheets my mother died in. We put in her playroom. We put in my playroom, excuse me. And isn't that kind of crazy? Like it wasn't really a playroom, but that's where I had my toys when I was real young. That's where I had all my little toys. That we put everything of hers in that room, and it was almost as though that was the end of my childhood. My mother's death was like, like people still play and do stuff when they're 14, 50. You still do some, fun stuff when you're a kid. But when my mother died, that was the end of that. Or it signified the end of it, excuse me. November 2003. We put the sheet she died in. And, when she died, she urinated on the sheets. We kept them. Everything. Everything you can think of. Her I don't know why. We kept her makeup. I don't know why. I told Scott, it's almost like when she died, me and my grandfather, we never really dealt with it. Which I don't know how you could have. We never really dealt with it. People were talking about I needed counseling and stuff. It never happened. Nobody ever followed up. Nobody helped me. So I left the church. I felt like not going into that. But we kept everything she had. Her sneakers, I don't think there's anything she had in that closet we didn't take out. It was almost like, it's one of the James Bond movies, one of the new ones, where James Bond dies, or they think he dies. And so they put all his stuff into storage. And that's basically what we did for my mom. We put everything in storage, like she's gonna come back to life. Like this isn't real. She's gonna come back to life. We'll go, hey, mom, hey, look, we got everything. We got all your stuff in the closet. You want me? Hey, I can call John and bring a pickup truck around, and I can get some tote boxes from Walmart, and we can just get all your stuff out of here if you want. That's what you want to do. That's how our mind was. I think it's almost like that. Like we really never really dealt with the fact that this woman is dead. She's not coming back. I don't know why that come to me. I don't have no bad feelings. Like I don't feel like I let her down. I wasted her money. I let her down. I felt like I had my teenager stuff later on. When that chick stole my grandfather's car and wrecked it. And I fucking went out there and doing drugs and stuff. I think about that could have been a lot worse. Thank God that it wasn't. A lot of things I did I never got caught for. A lot of things, that is gone now, but it's just stuff that if I had gotten caught, it would have really hurt me. You don't think when you're young about how you do things that can affect you down the road. And now that's all I think about. I think ego might have fucked up my career. That's one reason I want to get out of trucking is I have in my mind I'm probably done with that. Can't do no more with that. So anyway, I don't know. Peace out.